Hello. So I've called in Jesus, and I also felt like, I don't want to be, because I felt like my system has gone through I've gone through a bit of a transition with this channeling and how I do this, and I noticed that I've gotten into a bit of a thing, and now we're out of that. But we just feel like I don't want to be a person that just channels based on others' projections, because that's what we started feeling. There was some interesting thing, not the channeling per se, but like there was interference in the field, and we noticed what that was from our perspective, what we had allowed that was not in harmony from our perspective. And that is all what we can do in these situations, is that, okay, where did I go off? Okay. And that led to, okay, got it. Okay, so what I need to do now is do this. Sometimes it's just like that. That's how we learn and we grow in consciousness. And so I have, for that purpose, because I want to feel good with this whole thing. And I had to refocus where my loyalty is. Right? We're not here to self-sacrifice. And that is a pattern. Right? We are here. We are so grateful that so many beings are watching, and for this communion in this way. It is very important for any system to calibrate so that they see energy accurately. It is very important to take a step back, feel, because if you're not connected to the body, you don't know where you are, really. You may be somewhere based on thoughts. This is the main thing that we have been emphasizing in almost all of our videos, is this connection between the knower and the feeler. It is actually the most important thing that we as a human race are doing at this stage collectively. I'm hearing someone sing. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I wanted to say, before this channeling, I asked Jesus to just, if you want, I'm open now. Because I wanted to have some break and just get clear on my energy. So important when you notice disturbances, so that you can get clear on the way forward, on the correct way forward. Because if there are influences, it's important to know to correct those influences so that you have a better set point and a better direction to go in certain circumstances. This is how we see in these 28 days when we trip up, because it happens like that, and then we have to learn and then go, okay, got it, I saw that I tripped up with this, with that, with the other, okay, so I need to inject this. We injected it right away, but now we're feeling the energetic, and now we're injecting more of the energetic corrections of that. It's not done in just one go. It's not magic wand and then ta-ta. It is something that is trained, just like you train and ride a bicycle. Think that you have to relearn how to ride a bicycle every single time. It's sort of like that, because it demands that muscle of injecting sometimes and feeling sort of the old dissipate. And then we are feeling the residues, and we are going through with it the most graceful as we can with the human. And that is the game that we are on, all of us, landing our soul into our bodies and connecting with your mothership. Your mothership. That is what all of these teachings are for. All of these videos are geared towards you, so that you can calibrate your system back into its energetic harmony. With who? With your energy. Not with any influence from the outside. Not from any influence that you have thought of, that you have created realities of, that are not based on your ideas, but just some mental ideas that now we are just removing. All of those. We are removing those implants right now. That is what all of these teachings are for. That's why we are inviting you for these 28 days. It is for your benefit, because we know that if you just know the information, that's not enough. That's not enough. You have to walk the path of your life. That is your life on your terms. That is the game that you're all meant to walk. That doesn't mean sacrifice, because they've twisted Jesus into some kind of sacrificial thing. That's not it. We don't want you to sacrifice your energy. We want you to devote your energy. Devote your energy wisely, so that you anchor fully who you are, and that you clear your mind from all this crap and start to take accountability for where you're at and take the steps necessary to change it. Why? Why not? Have you ever tried? Just behave completely differently one day. Just one day, you just decide that, you know what? Today, everything is going to be different. Everything is just going to be so magnificent. Everything will just start to spiral in the most magnificent way all around me and my experience here on the planet. All of the galaxies and everything are working in my favor to show me where I am at in my consciousness evolution. If you're not seeing that depicted in your outside reality, you're not connected to your body. As simple as that. Or you have interferences, which is you're not being connected to your body properly. That is what we're here for. That is our service to you, so that you can get connected. Because it's once you are connected, it's only then that you can finally live your life. No more karma, no more this, no more pretending that you're something that you're not, or be jealous of like all of that is a thing of the past. Finally. And you get to live your life. Life on your terms. Life the way you intended it and you knew it could be when you entered into this body. You know this. And you know that I'm speaking to you. You can recognize this. Because I'm speaking to you who knows, who has always known. And we are inviting that part out to start to see the reality of what's going on. Because it thought that it was only to do with automating everything so that everything is automated and we can finally relax. And in a way, relaxation is needed, yes, but not laziness. There is a very specific willed relaxation that you get really deep rest with your body. But you have to go through the decompartmentalization of your mind, of your concepts, of how you see your reality. You have so many habitualness of how you see reality that needs to be let go, because all of these boxes that you place mentally about things, oh no, that is in this box, and we don't look at that box. All of that is limiting who you are, because it's untapped potential that you don't know what's in that box. You think you know what's in that box, but you don't truly know what's in that box unless you actually go there and explore and deepen, and you will see that that's holy too. And you get to correct, and you get to finally see the truth of this reality. Because it can only be experienced from inside of you. From the inside out is the only way that you can affect this reality. The reality that you're seeing depicted. This is how we get home. Home to who you are. Home to your own energy. Home to just everything, really. Because it's through that. It's not that you don't do anything when you get there. No, that's when the real work starts. Connecting to your body properly is just the first step. If you truly want to grow in consciousness, this is what the yoga tradition has been tampered and twisted out of when it became westernized. They took away all the spirituality away from it. They made it just from the mind. And some breathing exercises and some, it's just fluff. It needs to be carried out in energy. And that's what we saw. That most beings didn't really get what they were actually teaching. So they were floaty in their energy. And so when people are floaty, then that's what they're teaching. It doesn't matter how much knowledge you have. If you're not anchored, you're not going to transfer that knowledge properly. Because it's not going to catch in the body. It's just going to stay a mental thing. Oh yeah, I know it because I learned about it. We have to go through with anything that you want to be a master of. That's the practice. Also this human experience and learning how to use your energy, because most of us have been trained backwards. And that's why we have offered you these 28 days of consciousness shift. And so that's what we invite you. We have free options and paid options. We have everything for anyone and we're starting to be in many different areas, and we're still growing into other areas. So stay tuned. And we also want to say that we appreciate you so much for taking the time to truly comprehend this knowledge, to truly comprehend your connection to your inside and your outside, and how you affect this environment. Thank you so much. We love you, and have a wonderful day. Ciao.